very funny. Keep it going for Dustin Neal.
So my opinion of masturbation has changed drastically since I first started doing it. I think when I first started doing it, it was like it has to be a medical condition how much I want to do this and how often and everything. And now it's gotten to the point where I don't care if it's a medical condition that fucking kills me. I'm doing this as often as I can until the day I die. And it's going pretty well for me. I think that's a good way to start the set. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for coming out tonight and spending some of your hard-earned money in part to hear me tell some masturbation jokes. So, I feel like this kind of explains a lot about me, but I was really late to the masturbation game. And I call it the masturbation game like it's like this big collective circle jerk, but with winners. I was 18 the first time I masturbated successfully, and I have a friend who's just like, man, that's not normal. I was 13, and by the time I was 13 and a half, I had it down. I was the master of the universe at it. And for me, that's crazy because I grew up in this really religious household, and I think I remember reading in the Bible, like, if you lust after a woman, it's like you fucked her in your heart or something. Like, that's in there, verbatim. You can look it up. But, and another thing is when I was in the 8th grade, they called us all down to the gym, and we get there, and there's this big 20-foot projector screen, and I'm like thinking, oh great, a movie, this'll be awesome. Or at worst, one of those like fundraising presentations where they say like, oh, if you sell 2,500 candy bars, we'll get you a blue hat. It wasn't that way at all. It was an STD slideshow where they proceeded to show us, this dick with herpes, a vagina with chlamydia, and I think the point was to try to scare us celibate, and it worked. I think I grew up thinking like, okay, if I have sex, I'm gonna get AIDS and go to hell. And masturbation just felt like sex's creepy cousin, just like hanging out in the corner and enabling all of sex's urges, but now I don't really care. Right? But I feel like the reason I'm telling you guys all of this is because sometimes I feel like when I'm talking to people, I'm just like rudely ejaculating my thoughts all over their faces. And as opposed to politely ejaculating, like, oh, good day, madam. Will you please accept this bounty of jism? That's disgusting. But I feel like a conversation with one of my friends will go something like, hey man, did you hear the shit about Ferguson? It's fucking nuts. It's fucking crazy. What do you think about President Obama? I think he's pretty all right. I mean, I don't really know anything though. Have you heard the newest about Ebola? I think we're all gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die. And my friend will just be sitting there like, dude, like, all I said was, how's it going? And it's still 7:30 in the morning, man. Like, tone it the fuck down. And I really don't want to, spew my thoughts, either metaphorically or come physically on any of you tonight. Well, I guess there's one person I wouldn't mind doing that to tonight. I think that's the fucked up way I decided to let you guys know that I just got married and that she's here tonight. So, hi, honey. But I never really realized how rude people could be until I told them I was getting married. I had both friends and strangers alike tell me, like, worst decision ever, man. That's the worst decision you can ever make. Your life is fucked now. And I don't know. I kind of feel like drinking and driving is a worse decision, but what do I know? I've only been married a month. But I knew that joke wouldn't really work. It wasn't really working when I was practicing it. But like my wife was working with me, and she's just like, why don't you say something more extreme, like smoking crack or something? It's like, honey, I'm not gonna say smoking crack like is a worse decision. Like, I need to do something from my own experience and from my own life. And for all I know, smoking crack is fucking amazing. That's my time. Good night, guys.